Let me tell you guys, we have a very big problem. We have a problem. I don't know if people can see this, but I can tell you for free that we have a problem. That the only or the most taught subject here in Africa is is a language, just a mere language, and that language is English. That is the most taught subject here in Africa. You can refuse to take any other subject, but you cannot refuse to take English. That's why here in Kenya, I can give an example here in Kenya. Most of the subject are taught in English, only Swahili. It is a subject that is indigenous, but the other subject are taught in English. And the funny thing is that you are not supposed to express yourself in any other language, just English. Even if you have a very good point, you have a very good concept, but if you cannot express, you cannot explain that concept in English, then that concept is just nothing. Nobody is going to take you serious at all. I am a victim. I'm a victim of the system. Because here in Kenya, we have a system, we are following a system of 844. The system we are following here in Kenya is called 844, whereby you learn eight years in primary school, then you go to secondary school 4 years, then you go to the university 4 years. That is like how many years? 8, 4, that is 12, then 4, that is 16. 16 years in school. But let me tell you for free, all most students are coming out of school with nothing. They don't have skills, they don't have anything. All they know is the language, the English. And the English, they can what they know in English is that they can hear, they can understand someone speaking in English, but they cannot speak a fluent English. They cannot. Oh, let me tell you something. All those years, 16 years, let me tell you something. All those years, 16 years, very many years. But those students, those people come out of school with nothing, with no skills, with nothing. They cannot do anything. They don't have any skill. They don't have any value. They don't have any, their talent were not nurtured. They don't know even how to express themselves because they were told you have to express yourself in English. If you can't express yourself in English, then you are nobody. Primary education, 8 years. I went for my secondary education, 4 years. So I could not continue because of school fees. Here I am with no skills. Even how to communicate like this. These are my efforts. After school, I decided to do practice with these things. They are not taught in school. How to communicate, we are not taught in school. How to create videos for YouTube like this, we are not taught in school. So if you have a talent, they cannot nurture your talent to be something that can help you and maybe provide value to other people. So I came out of school, a whole form 4 student, coming out of school with nothing, just as dumb as a hen, as a chicken. I was very, very dumb. The only thing I got from school is the papers and the certificates. And I can say I can understand someone who is speaking English. I can understand if someone is speaking in English, just the language, nothing else. I don't have any other skill. because the school environment here in Africa does not allow you to be yourself. They don't allow you to nurture your talent. They don't allow you to get skills. They're teaching you a language. If you are a good communicator, if you are a good English communicator, you are a hero here in Africa. They don't care if you have a talent. They don't care if you have a very good point. As long as you cannot express yourself in English, you are nobody. You are dumb. I remember there is a time when I was in class 6, in primary school, class 6. So somebody stole my pencil, my pencil. So I cried. I went to the teacher to report, and that teacher told me to narrate how it happened. So I could not express myself well in English. So I decided to use Swahili so that I can express myself better. Because at that time in, I was like, I was in anger. I was crying. I was in anger. I was in pain that my pencil was stolen. Now I cannot think words and start to express myself in English. So I decided to use Swahili. That teacher caned me, caned me, tortured me, calling me names that I'm very dumb. If you cannot speak English, just go out of my sight. Just go to the class. So I could not report. I could not express myself to the teacher. It was very, very sad. It was very, very painful. It was very, very painful. I can imagine how many people are going through this trauma, that you cannot express yourself in any other language, just English. And that is the most valued thing in school. Education is a Greek word which means nurturing out, or maybe taking out, which means if it's a school, if it's a education, if education in meaning, if education means nurturing out, which means you have to nurture what is already in the child. You have to nurture what is already in the student. If it's a singing talent, nurture that. If it's a football talent, nurture that. If it's acting talent, nurture that. Comedian, nurture that. If we like creating like machines, electrical wiring, nurture that. I have a friend here in the village, because I'm in the village in coastal Kenya, Africa. Here, I have a friend who is having a talent of fixing wires. He can take some wires and connect to the battery and some speakers. He can create a very good sound system, a radio through the wires, and he is not from the electrical schools. Just a talent. He was born like that. So that one, don't force him to be a doctor. Don't force him to start things that does not matter to him. Just nurture what he has already, and he's going to be a person of value in just a young age. Because here in Africa, for you to have skills, good skill, you have to be old. Because you have, if you're younger, you have to waste your years, your tender age, or maybe your young age, through the school, which is not helping you in one way or the other. Then from school, now you are going to be wowed, or maybe you are going to be surprised by the world, how it operates. Very, very different. So after there, now you're going to discover, okay, so things in life, things are like this, things are not like this. So in school I was taught life is competition. So here, life is not competition. Life is collaboration. Life is teamwork. Here, things are very, very different. Here, life is very, very different. Life is not competition. Life is collaboration. But in school, you are taught competition. You have to be the first one. You are not supposed to be the last one. So here, so in school, even if you have a very good point, even if you have a very good concept you want to share with other people, if you don't know how to speak in English, if you don't know how to express yourself in English, then you can remain with your concept. Nobody wants to hear you. But you can be as dumb as nothing, but if you know how to speak in English, you are a hero here in Africa. So that is how pathetic it is, the education system of Africa. I'm in Kenya right now, but I know most countries in Africa, they are the same. They behave the same. That's why I'm using the word Africa. But I'm in Kenya, in coastal part of Kenya. So if you want to change, so that our the next generations can benefit, can improve the whole situation, we have to change how we operate. We have to change our systems. It's not a must to use something that we were given 5 years back. It's not a must that we have to use that system right now. We can change. We can use logic. We can use uh, our common senses. Some things are updated. Right now we are in communication age, information age. So the important thing, the important skill you can have is how to communicate. So you have to teach students in school that right now we are not in we are not in industrial age. We are not in agricultural age. Right now we are in information age. Right now, if you have information, good information, and you can provide it, you can express it well, you are a king. Most people right now are seeking information. So if you're a good communicator, you are a very big person. They are not telling us that in school. We are not taught that in school. Very, very painful. So let's tell our brothers and sisters, our students, let's tell them the truth that things are very, very different. What you learn in school is very, very different from the how world you operate. And let's us start to teach what is logic, what is important to the young generation, and everything is going to change for our betterment. So I don't want to take a lot of your time. Just consider subscribing to the channel. Comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about this video. Like, share to other people who want to hear this kind of messages, because it's only by doing that we are going to help each other. We are going to help this channel to grow. So I don't want to take a lot of time. That is what I wanted to tell you guys. Until next time, bye.